Apple is not testing an MVNO service. MLB's advanced media wants NHL streams to suck less. The story behind ILookLikeAnEngineer hashtag and more. It's Tuesday, August 4th, and this is Crunch Report. Major League Baseball is a wonderful organization. It's full of talent, gifted sports players, and a little steroid use, but it also has another powerhouse you may not have heard of. Its online streaming powerhouse, Advanced Media Group. It's a limited partnership of the club owners of Major League Baseball, which today signed a deal with the NHL, or the National Hockey League, set to go for 6 years, which will include streaming and setting up all of NHL's properties for what they're calling a more immersive experience, which probably means actually working on mobile devices. You might remember that after some embarrassing downtimes on its own streaming apps last year, HBO went to MLB's Advanced Media Group to deliver its video more reliably and not crap the bed when everybody wanted to watch Game of Thrones at the same time. MLB AM, as it's known, also handles the pipes for CBS Sports, ESPN, as well as its own various mobile apps like MLB At Bat. The NHL network will be moving into the Secaucus, New Jersey MLB Network headquarters to get things going right away, and rumors have been whispered for months that Advanced Media may be spinning off on its own any day now. We love car technology here at TechCrunch, and lately it seems like Tesla's dominated most of the headlines here on Crunch Report. Not today, though. Audi's new 2016 TT model has a display that even Tesla's Model S might be a little jealous of. A virtual cockpit with high-definition graphics, Google Earth imagery and navigation, haptic feedback, Google-like search, voice command operation, and just right touch features. But that's not all. The TT also includes 60 frames per second PC gaming speeds and NVIDIA's quad-core Tegra 3 processor. That's the one in the Model S's center dash. The difference is Audi's virtual cockpit sits right in front of the steering wheel, right in front of the driver, instead of in the middle, and is on a super wide 12.3-inch 1440 by 540 pixel screen. Sharp 3D imagery, turn-by-turn navigation allows very easy viewing in the sun, in the dark, or anywhere in between. It is quite lovely, and possibly quite distracting. For the record, the classic view includes the tachometer and speedometer on each side, with a section for mapping and infotainment, as it's called, in the center. Fuel, temperature, and other car stuff that you want to check when you're driving is in there as well. We love it. Yesterday, reports swirled all over the tech blogs, lots of swirling that Apple was testing its own MVNO service. MVNO stands for Mobile Virtual Network Operator, which would turn Apple into a mobile carrier that borrows components from other carriers, but has customers paying Apple directly for things like phone calls and texts and data plans. The rumor dates back all the way back to 2011, when some MVNO patents surfaced and started the whole thing. TechCrunch did not jump on yesterday's story, though. Why not, you might ask? I will lift the journalistic curtain for just a moment. Sometimes, because you have your own sources, a story just seems a little off. This is one of those times. An Apple spokesperson tells TechCrunch, verbatim, quote, "We have not discussed, nor do we have any plans to launch an MVNO." Sounds pretty definitive. Still, the stock market responded to Apple's denial. Company stock went down about 3% earlier today. The thing is, Apple could just buy a carrier and control everything. Apple has that much cash. But Google's got Project Fi, that's its own MVNO project, so the idea has already been planted. Move along, everyone. Nothing to see here, not this time. However, here's something that's a little bit more real and spectacular. Apple's current 27-inch 5K Retina iMac is a beautiful piece of machinery and has come down in price from the original $2,500 to $2,000, but that's without upgrading to a solid-state drive or a Fusion drive, and for most of us, still too expensive. However, the latest beta of OS X El Capitan reveals an upcoming iMac with a smaller 21.5-inch display and 4K resolution. That's 4096 by 2304, which is still very impressive. The current 21.5-inch iMac has a 1920 by 1080 display, so that would be a big bump for video professionals or people who just have great vision. French website Consomac was the first to spot the new images, which also show a new 5K iMac as well. You know what we think would be nice? A new external display. Apple's current external display was released in 2010. That's a long time ago. It was updated in 2011 with a Thunderbolt connector, but with Thunderbolt 3 not far off, it might be time for a new external Retina display as well. Okay, have you seen the hashtag ILookLikeAnEngineer floating around on Twitter anywhere or otherwise? If not, go ahead and do a search. It's very popular. You might want to know what it's all about though, so backstory time. A female platform engineer named Isis, who works at OneLogin, which is a cloud-based identity solution company, agreed to participate in the company's recruiting campaign to attract more engineers. It's a flattering photo of her along with the quote, "My team is great, everyone is smart, creative, and hilarious." Sounds like a great place to work, right? And you'll never guess what happened next. On a Facebook post from someone, a male, sharing the campaign ad photo, comments started popping up like, "This is some weird haphazard branding. I think they want to appeal to women, but are probably just appealing to dudes." Another, "If their intention is to attract more women, then it would have been better to choose a picture with a warm, friendly smile rather than a sexy smirk." So Isis addressed this in a post on Medium saying, "This is not intended to be marketed towards any specific gender. Segregated thoughts like that continue to perpetuate sexist thought patterns in this industry." She then created the hashtag ILookLikeAnEngineer to drive the point home that engineers look all sorts of ways, saying, quote, "External appearances and the number of X chromosomes a person has is hardly a measure of engineering ability. My goal is to help redefine what an engineer should look like because I think this is a step towards eliminating subconscious bias towards diversity in tech." Preach, girlfriend. And that is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Crunch Report airs Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.